I just got to the grocery store. It is Sunday morning, and I'm going to do some shopping for the week. I've been a little disappointed the last few times I've been in here because all of the beef is kind of starting to discolor before the sell by date. And so by the time it gets to sell by date, they have not been doing my little yellow stickers, which I really like. And I don't want to pay full price for discolored beef. I feel like at that point they should be marking it down. So that's been kind of disappointing, but hopefully I can find a couple of good deals. My husband is starting to feel a little self-conscious because over the last few months he has slipped back into the standard American diet. And so he told me today that he kind of like grabbed his belly and shook it and said, get all the keto stuff. I want to go back keto Monday. So I'm shopping both for myself and the family, but in preparation of having more ketovore meals for everybody in the household and not just for me. So that means I need to kind of pick up a little extra. So I cannot film in the grocery store because they do have overhead music. So I'm going to go in there, see what I can get. If I can film at all, if it's not too crowded, I will try and do that. But otherwise, I will show you everything that I end up picking up today. So wish me luck and happy Sunday. Hey guys, so I'm going to show you guys my brief little haul that I picked up from my local Harris Teeter. I only found one markdown item in the meat department, but I still was able to get a bunch of good deals. So this is definitely enough to last the full week for my family. But in addition, I do want to just let y'all know there are a couple of things in here that aren't my things, but I am including them because they are keto friendly, especially if you're kind of doing more of a dirty keto approach, which is my husband's approach, which is what he's wanting to start back with actually today. So I am including those in this just in case it might give you guys some ideas or inspiration for something that is more keto friendly and not leaning more towards the carnivore or ketovore type of way of eating as well. So I am going to include those, and I'm going to go through, kind of give you a big shot of everything that I got, and then sort it out between the proteins, the dairy, the handful of produce and carbs that I picked up, and anything else that might be included. So we're going to go ahead and go through with all of that. So one sec. All right, and Nelson. Yeah, he's back there. And just so you know, yes, it is like 90 degrees here, and yes, he wears a sweater every day. It's almost like a thunder coat for him. So, moving on. I have bottled water. I drink tap. My husband will only drink it out of a bottle, so I buy it for him. If that means he drinks water, then that's what we're doing. Moving on to proteins. At the Teeter, our local one at least, the boneless, skinless chicken breasts are $1.99 a pound on sale for this week. So each of these packs is around $9, which was fantastic. So that's plenty of protein for the week. And I'm sorry, my light bulb is yellow, so it kind of makes everything look a little yellow. I have 3 dozens of eggs. Each one was $2.79. These are just the Harris Teeter brand large eggs. In this house, we go through so many eggs. I do not buy the fancy ones. Yes, I know they're better. I can't afford them. This is what I buy. And you'll see, most everything is store brand. Harris Teeter bacon was on sale this week for $3.99 for the 1 pound packages. So I picked up 3 packs of bacon for the family. We got a 1 pound pack of the Oscar Mayer chicken breast. This is the rotisserie seasoned. My husband really likes to do this in like low carb wraps with a little bit of mayo and some lettuce. So I picked that up for him so that we can pack him some lunches for work. I also got 2 of the pillow packs of just the regular pepperoni. And I got, they were buy one, get one free for $4. So since they have a date that's pretty far out, I went ahead and got the buy one, get one, where most of the time if you just buy one, it's half price. But I figured I'd go ahead and stock up because the kids like them too. And they do these with like chunks of cheese. So I'll slice like little cubes of cheese, and then they'll have the pepperoni and cheese together as a little snack. This is my one markdown that I picked up, and it's a pack of 4 of the thin sliced sirloin sandwich steaks. So it was only marked down from $8.99 a pound down to $6.29 a pound, but they're still pretty and red, and you know, these would be really good for like steak and eggs or something one day. So I went ahead and picked these up, and I'll probably prep them later today so that all I have to do is like warm them up to be able to eat those. So moving on to dairy. This is the butter that I always get. It is just salted butter. So if you look wherever the ingredients are, the ingredients, pasteurized cream, salt. Okay. Like, yes, if you want to buy the name brand ones, you can, but this is a 1 pound thing of salt, and it was, I think, $3.49 for the whole box. And so that will get me through this week, and it's salted butter, and it's delicious, and I like it. We also got a thing of regular sour cream. Sour cream is my absolute vice and my favorite condiment. I like to dip beef in it, plain burger patties. If I grill a chicken breast, I like to dip it in sour cream. It is legit my favorite of all the things. And it was on sale 2 for $3. It was only $1.50. So then we get into the cheese. I don't do a lot of cheese, guys, but my husband does, and my kids do. So that's why I have a lot of cheese. So the little 8-ounce blocks were BOGO. So they were only like $3 for the 2. So I always pick them up, the mild cheddar and the Colby Jack. These slices, these are for if we do burgers one night, but also the very thin sharp cheddar are really good on parchment paper to do like cheese crisps as a snack, which I like to make those for my husband because he is more of the snacking type, especially, you know, trying to get in with keto. He struggles a little bit with not snacking. So I like to keep those on hand for him to be able to make that if we need to. So we have the sharp cheddar and Colby Jack for that. Then the shreds were all BOGO as well. So each one was like $1.80 or something like that. So the double cheddar is my favorite. Anytime I make anything, if I'm doing like jalapeno popper chicken, or if I'm making omelets or anything like that, the double cheddar is my favorite, and the Colby Jack is everybody else's favorite. So I got 2 of each of those. Now going into produce, I got a hothouse cucumber for salads. I have a whole bunch of romaine prepped in my fridge, and I like to have cucumbers on salads, and so does the family. So I picked up one of those and a couple of bell peppers because they like bell peppers on their salads also. So that's for that. I got a thing of green onions just because I like to use those in all kinds of random things because they are delicious. I also picked up 2 jalapenos so that I can make jalapeno popper chicken. That one's not beautiful, but it'll do. And so that will do dinner for us for jalapeno popper chicken. There's also, this is one of the 1 pound packs of mushrooms. They aren't pretty, but they were marked down to $1 from $3.79. And I cook my mushrooms. I don't like them fresh anyway. And so I'm going to saute these today in some butter and stick them in the fridge so that we'll have those to eat with, you know, kind of as a side with whatever. But yeah, marked down to 99 cents. That's totally worth it. So technically produce. I had to tell the cashier when this wouldn't ring up on file, but being a produce manager, I know the Yum Yum sauce is in the produce department. And this one is the best. So if you love Yum Yum sauce and you want to buy one, this is the most delicious and the closest to like what you get in a regular Japanese steakhouse. So this one, they all have mayonnaise, guys. So most of the Yum Yum sauces, unless you make them yourself, are going to have soybean oil. So if you're super picky, obviously don't pick it up. But my husband loves Yum Yum sauce, and I like it here and there, and I don't sweat it if I have a condiment that has a little bit of soybean oil in it once every couple of weeks. I'm not going to beat myself up over it. I also got some ranch dressing. I don't love ranch, but everybody in the house does for salads. And they also, I thought about doing this and mixing it with a little bit of the Frank's Red Hot Wing sauce and having that to do like some buffalo chicken dip or something like that later in the week. Also, for canned protein, I picked up some of this is basically, it's 2 cans worth of the chunk chicken breast, and I like to use this to make my chicken chaffles, which let me know if you want me to do a video on how I make those because they are absolutely delicious. They remind me of McDonald's chicken nuggets, which is super nostalgic in childhood, but they're so good, and it's basically zero carb when you make it. So I love to make those, and my daughter loves those. So that's this 2 cans. This will make probably 10 or 11 of those chicken truffles, which is tons of protein and super great. I also picked up 4 cans of tuna in water. I get the in water because I don't like the tuna in oil, and this way I can kind of flavor it and season it however I want. I like to make tuna salad for everybody. I usually just do this with some mayo and some seasonings, and I eat it in lettuce wraps, and then the family normally eats it either in lettuce wraps as well or with pork rinds, surprisingly. I also picked up olives. Guys, I hate olives. I hate everything about olives. I think that they smell like a garbage truck when you're stuck behind it on a hot summer day, and they're like wet floral foam, and it grosses me out. But my 14-year-old daughter and my husband love olives, so these are a great snack. Low carb, healthy fat, but I mean, allegedly this is zero carb, but we know it's got like a tiny bit. That's for 2 olives. 2 olives is a serving. That's a lie. But anyway, they will, at holiday dinners, we put olives in a bowl on the table and they fight over them. It's hysterical. I also got a thing of just kosher dill pickles. These will, satisfy the salty craving if we need it, or crunchy craving, or whatever. I also picked up, I haven't tried these before, but my husband loves to have low carb wraps because he needs a vessel for his food. So I picked these up for him. They were in the fresh deli section, but these are just the regular white. They had a few different flavors, but 60 calories a wrap. They allege 5 net carbs. They do have oat fiber and wheat fiber, so they're something that I will avoid. They also have maltodextrin, but my husband is metabolically healthy. He just feels better when he does keto. So this is something that he can have, and it legit does not touch his blood sugar, and he is smooth sailing. So I picked up 2 packs of these because they were 2 for $6 at the deli counter, and figured, that gives him 16 wraps to get him through the week with any kind of lunches or even quesadillas or something like that if he wants to do any of that kind of stuff. And then I also got a quart container of heavy cream. This is part for me for if I decide to do any bulletproof coffee, because I do butter and heavy cream. But I also got this for a dirty keto thing that I'm doing for my husband. So he is not a sweet tooth, but every now and then he wants some. I know this is the dirtiest of all keto things that you can do, pretty much. But I got the sugar-free Jell-O pudding, which does have a few carbs. The ingredients are super questionable. So this is one of those things that works for some people and does not work for others. Absolutely doesn't work for me. Makes me feel like garbage and totally affects my blood sugar. But my husband can have these with no problem. So basically you do a cup of heavy cream, get it whipped nice and fluffy, mix in a half a packet of the Jell-O pudding mix, and it's like a thick fluff. It's like 2 or 3 spoonfuls of it, and it kind of cures both the need for fat and for something kind of sweet. So I did pick those up in the larger container of heavy cream so that he would have that as a snack that I can kind of keep in the fridge for him in case he's got a hankering, so he doesn't reach for Reese's Cups, which is what's currently behind me on his bureau. So that is everything. Outside of this, I also picked up some kosher salt and some olive oil and a few seasonings, but this is pretty much it. That's the good. So I hope that helps. And I'm going to do a little bit of a meal prep video separately to include some of these things so that hopefully it'll give y'all some inspo for the upcoming week. So thanks, guys. Have a good week. So my grand total for groceries for the week is $101.88. That is for 2 adults and 2 teenagers to supply all of our proteins for the week that we need and the bulk of our groceries. I will supplement for our 2 kids with a little bit of veg here and there, but otherwise this includes everything, obviously not including whatever pantry staples you might normally have. So for a week, about $100 is fantastic. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. I appreciate every single one of you that's taken time to follow along with my journey. I can't wait to check in with you on Monday with my results from week 1 of this new summer slim down. Meanwhile, be sure to check me out over on Instagram at Southern Ketovore. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what of these things you're excited about, if there's anything you want me to show, any how-to videos. And until next time, love you, mean it. See you later.